The Saints offense just without a doubt had its best performance of the season so far. I mean, it's their first time scoring more than 20 points in a game all season. And while I liked a lot of the things I seen on tape, obviously we need to see it on a more consistent week to week basis. Pete Carmichael Jr., Saints offensive coordinator, was obviously under a lot of pressure this past week from the fans and media after that embarrassing performance against the Buccaneers last week. And he came out this week against the Patriots, and I thought he called a pretty good game. Now, I mentioned in my prior video that this was a bit of a weird game to evaluate just because it was over so quickly. So, again, this is the type of performance that we need to see every week because Alvin Kamara said it best. We have way too many weapons to have a crappy offense. All right, first play I want to take a look at here. This is a third down and 4 on the very first drive of the game. And what the Saints are going to do here is this ball is going to Michael Thomas 100% of the way. He's going to run this little speed out up here. And then these two guys underneath, Shaheed and Olave, are just going to run these two under routes. And basically, they're just to get everybody away from Michael Thomas on this little speed out at the bottom of your screen. And this is a nice job from Derek Carr here, throwing the ball outside of the numbers. And an even better catch from Michael Thomas, you see right there, extending his arms, making a great catch over the corner to have a nice gain on 3rd and 4 to start the game. This next play here, this is just going to be a miss from Derek Carr. It is first down and 10. Patriots are going to have 3 deep, 3 underneath, and they're going to blitz this cornerback down here. But the Saints are going to leave plenty of guys in protection to give Derek Carr enough time to make this throw. The receiver at the top of the screen is just going to run a go. He's just going to clear these guys out. Then we're going to have Taysom Hill run this flat route here. And then we're going to have Chris Olave run this right here for a little sail concept, right? And they're trying to get the ball to Olave. This is the perfect play call to beat the coverage that is presented. So we'll see a little play action right there. Nice to see the Saints implementing that. Shout out to Nick Underhill for that one. And you see Derek Carr just misses Olave, who is wide open. And that ball, if Olave doesn't get a fingertip on it, that is probably intercepted. You can see the DB is really upset about that there. So again, right, perfect play call against the coverage presented. Just got to execute the throw better, and that is a huge gain. So missed opportunity right there to start the game. All right, here we go again. This is on 3rd down and 10, first drive of the game. And you're going to see this is the play where Derek Carr gets sacked. And he's going to have Rashid Shaheed up here at the top of the screen if he is given enough time. And in this particular situation, the protection was fine, except Adam Prentice completely whiffs on his assignment. And I'll be able to show you guys a better view from it from the next angle. All right, so pre-snap, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys up at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. So 6 on 7. Now, this is pre-snap. They don't end up sending 7. They end up only sending 5. But if they're going to show 7, you better be prepared for 7. So with only 6 blockers, what are the Saints going to do? They're going to be sliding to the right. Okay, so in a perfect world, it's going to be looking something like this. Center responsible if this guy comes. Ruiz will kick out to this guy. Ram check to this guy. And then this defender on the edge, just based on how the Saints call this protection right here, would be, a free rusher. So Derek Carr would be responsible for him. Okay, so on the other side, you have James Hurst will be kicking out to this guy, and then Penning would be responsible for him if he came, and then Adam Prentice at the sniffer position here, which is where Derek Carr, tells him to go. He initially was lined up out here. Carr told him to go right here. Would be responsible for this linebacker if he blitz, but for some reason, you'll see when I press play, Prentice, instead of staying where Carr put him at the sniffer position and blocking number 8 there, he goes with the slide, and in turn that leaves a free rusher to get the sack on Derek Carr. And you may be wondering, well, why does Hurst let the guy go by? Well, like I said before, Hurst's first responsibility is this guy right here because Penning has got to be focused on this guy out here. So by the time Hurst notices that this guy is going to drop out, it's too late, and number 8 is already blowing past him. But again, this isn't on Hurst. That's on the fullback, Adam Prentice in this case. And this is going to be on a 3rd down and 11. And this is the type of stuff I like to see from Pete Carmichael. This is what we need more of. This is how you scheme guys open. Once again, the perfect play call against the coverage that is presented. So it looks like it's going to be 2 deep, and that's exactly what it is when the ball is snapped. You can see these safeties rotating back to their deep halves. And it's going to be Tampa 2, right? So basically cover 2. You're going to have your clouds, your deeps, and then your hook defenders, and then this guy right here is going to be your middle of the field defender. And Taysom Hill is going to run this like kind of vertical stopping route right here, as you'll see when I press play. And that right there is going to cause that middle of the field defender to bite down on it, which in turn leaves Mike Thomas on the outside post, wide open over the middle of the field. Derek Carr does a nice job of maneuvering in the pocket right there to be able to hit him. Now, you also could have had Olave down here at the bottom of your screen as well. Another nice sail concept down here at the bottom to beat that cover two. Puts this defender right here in conflict. Does he want to cover this? Does he want to cover this? But either way, Derek Carr, like I said, does a nice job stepping up in the pocket, moving to his left, and hitting a nice throw for the big gain to Michael Thomas. All right, second down and six here. This is going to be the big play to Rashid Shaheed to get the Saints in scoring position in the red zone. And you can see this right here is a combination of what looks like a miscommunication between the Patriots defense and nice quarterback play from Derek Carr. So you can see, watch Carr's eyes, watch him look off to the right, pump fake. That gets the safety to kind of bite just enough to allow Rashid Shaheed to be wide open on this play. And also, if you take a look at the Patriots defenders down here at the bottom of the screen, this defender right here expects this guy to pick him up, so he just passes him along. But then that guy expects the deep safety to pick him up, and Rashid Shaheed is just way too fast for that. So in turn, you put those two together, the miscommunication and the eye manipulation from Derek Carr, and you get the wide open Rashid Shaheed to put the Saints in scoring position. All right, next play here, first and 10. We are now in the second quarter, and the Saints are going to try to take a deep shot on this play, but the Patriots play it well. Nice play action right here. Looking around, nothing's open, nothing's open. Nice job from Derek Carr to get to his check down, Kendre Miller, and watch this move in the open field for Miller on that defender right there. Check it out again. Absolutely breaks his ankles for a nice gain for the rookie on that play. And take a look at Michael Thomas coming over right here all the way from his route to come and block for Kendre Miller, and he really throws a key block here. Right, that guy might make the tackle if Mike Thomas ain't there to block. And this right here is a perfect example of why everybody who said that Michael Thomas was faking injuries or just didn't want to play, they are absolute idiots. So for those of you, if that was one of you that thought that Michael Thomas just didn't want to play and he was purposefully faking injuries or purposefully injured, then yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself because the passion that this guy plays with every time he's on the field is, I mean, you can't deny it. He's the first one always blocking for his teammates, always helping his teammates up, always congratulating them. So, I mean, yeah, nothing more to say about that one. And here's an even better shot of that juke from Miller on this play. Right there. Nice play from the rookie. He looked really good, I thought, in this game against the Patriots. Hopefully, he gets some more snaps moving forward. And then what is a Saints offensive video if I don't throw in a snap of outside zone? I mean, this is just blocked to absolute perfection. Check out the center and the guard double teaming up to the second level. They don't even need to come off on the second level because he gets warped into their first level block. Right guard Cesar Ruiz doing a nice job. Ramchek doing a nice job. Tight end on the outside, Moreau doing a nice job. And of course, you got Alvin Kamara picking up a smooth 6, 7 yards, which, might not seem like a huge game, but that is a lot in terms of the running game. It's nice to have him back because there is no other running back on the Saints roster that fits that scheme, that outside zone scheme that the Saints love to run. So, again, nice to have him back making these plays. And then second and 5, this is going to be the touchdown from Carr to Olave. Check him out. I'm going to put this in slow mo. Look to his right, pump fake, come back, and absolutely laser one in there to Chris Olave. And Olave gets up and does a nice little dance for you. And this view right here is an even better shot of it. Looking off to the right, pump fake, get those defenders moving to the right. Look at everybody flow into the right, come back to it, laser one in there, touchdown. All right, third down and 7, and this one is going to end up incomplete, but I do not care because number one, we get motion. Yay, Pete Carmichael, we used motion. Nice little exit motion from Chris Olave here to run the slot fade. And this ball, I mean, this is laid in the bucket for Olave. If he could just drag that second foot in, I mean, this would have been, an amazing play. But he wasn't able to get that foot down. Did make a nice catch, but again, was unfortunately out of bounds. But we're focusing on the play call here and not the result, right? So this to me is modernizing the offense. What we've been wanting Pete Carmichael to do forever, right? This is a little motion that not Kansas City, that Miami has been using a lot with Tyreek Hill. So it's nice to see Carmichael using it with Olave and turning it into a slot fade. And again, you also had Michael Thomas right here breaking over in the middle that Carr maybe could have went to if he throws it right now. But again, his eyes were on Olave the entire way. And, that's fine because he did his job and laid it in the bucket, We got to have Olave come down with those. All right, it is now the third quarter, first to 10. The score is 24-0. And this, at this point of the game, it's pretty much over, right? This is just nitpicking for me. Saints are going to run 989 right here. So we're going to have a nine route, and then a nice short post 8 route from Jimmy Graham, the tight end here. And I think on this play, Derek Carr just wanted to get the ball out of his hands quickly. He didn't want to take a safety, holding call in the end zone, what have you. But this is Michael Thomas down here running this go, right? And Rashid Shaheed, or no, excuse me, Chris Olave up here at the top. And, if I'm going to take a shot on one of these, I'm throwing it to the faster guy. No disrespect to Michael Thomas. I think he had a phenomenal game, and he's just going to keep getting more and more targets and yards as the season progresses. But if I'm throwing this ball, it's either going to be to Olave or Graham is going to come open on the short post over the middle. But again, I don't mind the decision here. The game is out of hand already. No point in making a boneheaded mistake. So just get rid of it. I don't hate it. Like I said, this is just me nitpicking. And this play right here, third down and 8. Like I said, the game's already over. And this is just a we're whipping your butt type of run right here. Decide to run trap on third and long, and it actually works. Kamara picks up the first down, and it's really beautifully executed. You see James Hurst there wrapping around, kicking out that defensive tackle, absolutely flatlining him, putting him on the ground. You see Ruiz and Eric McCoy down there blocking, and Penning gets a nice job on the bucket step on number 90 there. And again, just a nice job from the Saints offensive line, who had a really nice day, especially that interior. So again, just kind of a we're better than you today, run from the Saints there on third and 8. Love to see it. And this play here, third down and 7. The Patriots are going to bring a blitz. And this play right here is so impressive from Michael Thomas. I mean, I don't think a ton of receivers in the league are able to hang on to this ball after this hit like Michael Thomas does here. Runs a slant, catches the ball, and just gets absolutely popped over the middle. Hangs onto the ball though. He jogs off to the sideline, comes back a couple plays later. But man, it is so nice to have Michael Thomas back on the field. This is also a really nice job of Derek Carr getting rid of the ball. As you can see, the Patriots are going to bring 6. It looks like 7, but number 8 is going to drop out at the last second. But again, Derek Carr knows he needs to get the ball out fast. Does exactly that, delivers a strike once again. And God, look at that hit right there. Can't guard Mike. All right, third down and 8. And like earlier, this play here is just me nitpicking, right? 24-0, we're still up. But these are the plays that we're going to have to execute if we're going to beat better teams. So Patriots are going to send a blitz again. Alvin Kamara is going to do a nice job of picking it up, as you'll see when I press play. We're going to have a switch release down here at the bottom of the screen. We're going to have Shaheed release outside and Michael Thomas release inside on this little over route. And that gets these defenders kind of bundled up, and in turn gets Michael Thomas, wide open over the middle. As you can see here, just like that. And Derek Carr, we got to hit that, my man. We can't be throwing those. That was probably an interception if they challenge it, but it was ruled incomplete on the field. But again, right, Mike is open. We got to hit that. That's a huge gain. That's yards left on the field. And when we're playing better teams, and it's not 24-0, those are the plays that are going to prove to be costly. So another missed opportunity there. But like I said, in this game, it's fine. It's 24-0. I'm nitpicking. And here it is from the end zone view. You see the Patriots end up sending 5. Alvin Kamara does a nice job of stepping up, picking up the blitz that he did a lot in this game. He was really good in pass protection throughout this game. Again, you can see Mike Thomas open over the middle. Just a bad throw from Carr. And this is on the second down and 6 shovel pass touchdown to Foster Moreau. And I think this is some of the creativity we've been waiting to see with all the playmakers in the Saints offense, right? You snap the ball, you got Derek Carr and Alvin Kamara coming right on a little option play. That gets the defense flowing to the right. As far as the offensive line goes, everybody's just going to block down. We got McCoy blocking down, Ruiz blocking down, and then Ramchek's going to come up to this second level weak linebacker. And then Hurst is going to come and pull and take care of this linebacker right here. And you can see when I press play, it just plays out beautifully. I mean, look at that. We got a hat on a hat, hat on a hat, everywhere across the board. Hurst takes care of the linebacker. And then Foster Moreau does the rest, gets into the end zone with a nice little shove from McCoy at the end to make sure he gets in. That right there is what we have been waiting to see as far as creativity goes within this offense. And I'm going to end the video on this play right here, this absolute dime from Derek Carr to Chris Olave. You'd like to see Chris Olave come down with this one to score a touchdown to really put the dagger in their hearts. But again, like he beats his man on a nice fade route, Derek Carr places the ball perfectly over top that defender, and right before the deep safety can make it over there, Olave has to come down with that one. But all in all, an improved performance of the offense. But like I said to start the video, we just need to see it more on a consistent basis. We can't judge, we can't say the offense is fixed after this one game against a bad team. But I do have high hopes going forward. That being said, as usual, I appreciate you guys watching. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do it. If not, that's cool too. Till next time, peace.